it was just the dream surf trip.
Yeah, so we arrived in the jungle and everyone was in a really good frame of mind, a lot of fun, had a few beers, told tiger stories, went to bed. I'm not sure what time it was in the morning, but probably around 2 a.m. I heard this sound, a really loud roaring sound, and I thought it was monsoon.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was a tsunami, you know. It was kind of just one of those things where I thought, shit, is the swell just jacked up and all of a sudden jumped to 20 foot and the tide's come up and...
That is the fucking loudest thing I've ever heard, and then just a wall of dark water covered me.
I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what this water was. All I knew, I was underwater in a mosquito net getting pulled apart. I think I was trapped underwater.
I'd been caught in my mosquito net, rolled up in it, doubled up in my mattress, and the floor of the hut and the whole hut had collapsed down on me, but I was under there and not able to get out.
It was like I hadn't seen water move like that before, and I recognised it as a tsunami.
And I don't know if it was 5 or 10 feet of water over my head just going. I didn't know what was happening. I just knew I'm underwater and I'm trapped.
And then that's when, I don't know, my body just went into some really weird animal fucking, just gotta fight it. And yeah, it was fucking scary.
I could never hold my breath that long today, but I was holding my breath as long as I could, and then I started to hallucinate, and then I started to struggle.
And that's when Bainey's hut got knocked down.
I just felt I didn't feel helpless, like I felt like I had to fight, you know, my body took over and there was this sort of animal instinct that just went, fuck, you gotta get out of here.
There was an enormous dead tree in front of the hut, and the surge of water just lifted it up like it was just a matchstick.
And I just imagined we were all underwater, and if I just had a surfboard that I could wrap myself around, I would go poof, and I would come up in the Indian Ocean, and all I would see were like the tips of volcanoes.
And next minute I've hit a tree. And I don't know how high the water was, how high it was, but I grabbed that tree and I was holding on like no tomorrow. And then I've actually clung onto it and climbed it.
The most dramatic thing I've ever seen in my life was that entire ocean of water sucking back out to sea.
Then I started to struggle, panic, and I just didn't want to die, all curled up like a little bug in my thing. And so I just took the net and I ripped it as hard as I could. And as I ripped it and I stood up, the water dropped down to my thigh.
I remember holding onto the tree, and I remember I could hear the water now a little bit subsiding.
It was only until the water had gone over and receded, how long that took I don't know, that I started to hear everyone screaming.
And I've had to sort of get the energy and the willpower to actually climb out of the tree. I ran down back into the jungle. And then we've all sort of had to get together. Everyone who's cut up and injured has to get the strength and the will to actually run back out towards the ocean onto the reef and run up the beach onto higher land.
People in the light going, what happened? You know, what happened? I was like, I was fucking water, a wave just came and took out my thing, and I wanted to go back. I actually went back there to see if any of my stuff was there. And when I started creeping back to see what was left, another wave came up. I was like, oh fuck, and we all kind of backed off.
I just remember, you know, you were freaking out because it was that like second wash wave and we didn't know if it was coming back. It was just pandemonium, just fucking trauma.
We were getting rolled, pinned, trapped underwater. Where we're going upside down, sideways, where local people, they've never done any swim training. They've never been in the ocean upside down, held underwater like we have. So in a way, we were probably lucky, even though we didn't know what was hitting us, we probably didn't panic like they would have.
A lot of times when we wipe out, we don't open our eyes, obviously, and we're down there and we're getting tumbled and rolled and hitting the reef. And, you know, through time, you build a resistance to fearing that. You think, well, it's going to pass. I'm going to get up. I'm going to be okay. So I think that was probably a pretty strong thing for a lot of the guys that experienced this as surfers. They probably just had that sense, okay, all right, we're going to do whatever it takes under here. You know, we're going to deal with it.
No surfers were killed because they wouldn't be here if they weren't surfers. They're here because it's the best wave in the world. But because they're surfers, they've got skills that no one else has. It was amazing that no one died in the camp, but people died all around the camp, which is sad and tragic.
Every now and then, and maybe it's when I'm a bit stressed, I don't know, but I have these dreams where I'm just pinned, and or I'm underwater and I'm trying to get up to get a breath.
And I felt gifted in some sense, but on the other side of that gift was a curse, and it was a strange light and darkness of survivor, scared, immortal, doom is coming right around the corner, I'm next, something horrible is going to happen.
Just couldn't find places. I don't know whether that came from being trapped in the mosquito net underwater and trying to get out. And I get this real hot collar thing around my neck where I can't breathe and that sort of thing.
So I think it changed my view, my outlook, definitely my outlook on probably life a bit. Whereas I just started to realise that, yeah, some of the smaller things in life are the more important things, you know, simple things.